Can you imagine living without feeling pain? Sounds incredible, right? But what if I told you that this absence could be far more dangerous than it seems? There are people in the world who, due to an extremely rare condition, never feel pain, even in extreme situations. Fractures, burns, and even serious illnesses can go unnoticed, putting their lives at risk without them realizing it. In this video, you'll learn how this fascinating condition works, what science has uncovered about it, and how the brain and nerves can fail to send pain signals. We'll share impressive real-life cases of people who live without pain and the extreme challenges they face every day. After all, pain, as unpleasant as it may be, is a powerful ally for our survival. If you're curious to discover how it's possible to live without pain and what the consequences of this are, stick around until the end. The science behind this phenomenon will surprise you. Let's dive in. What is pain and why is it essential for survival? Pain is one of the most primitive and crucial signals for human survival. It acts as a natural alarm, warning the body that something is wrong or that there is a risk of harm. Without pain, we wouldn't be able to recognize when we're injured, sick, or exposed to dangerous situations. Imagine touching a hot surface or twisting your ankle without feeling anything. The consequences could be catastrophic without this warning mechanism. From a scientific perspective, pain is a response from the nervous system to harmful stimuli. When you get hurt, specialized receptors called nociceptors detect the damage and send electrical signals to the spinal cord and then to the brain. The brain interprets these signals as pain, prompting you to react, whether by pulling your hand away from heat or seeking medical attention. This rapid and automatic process is a primary reason why pain is essential. Although unpleasant, pain plays a vital role in protecting the body from further harm. Without it, minor injuries could escalate into serious problems, as you wouldn't realize treatment or caution was needed. Moreover, pain encourages recovery by motivating rest and protection of injured areas, helping the body heal. Pain can be classified into two main types: acute and chronic. Acute pain is immediate, occurring right after an injury, such as a cut or a blow, and fades as the body heals. Chronic pain, however, lasts for extended periods, even after the initial injury has healed, presenting both physical and psychological challenges. While both types of pain serve purposes, acute pain is particularly critical for immediate self-protection. The absence of pain, while it may sound like a superpower, can be extremely dangerous. People who cannot feel pain are constantly at risk of severe injuries because their bodies don't send the signals necessary to avoid or address harmful situations. Something as simple as a burn can go unnoticed, leading to serious consequences. This is the reality for individuals with congenital insensitivity to pain, a rare condition we'll explore in the next section. Pain, despite its discomfort, is one of the body's most vital mechanisms for survival. It's the alarm that keeps you safe and alert. But what happens when this alarm system completely fails? In the next section, we'll dive into congenital insensitivity to pain, a fascinating condition that challenges everything we know about how the human body works. The rare condition of congenital insensitivity to pain. What is it, and how does it happen? Congenital insensitivity to pain is an extremely rare and intriguing condition where a person is born unable to feel physical pain. Imagine cutting your finger, breaking a bone, or burning your skin without realizing it. At first glance, this might seem like a superpower, but in reality, it's a dangerous deficiency that puts lives at risk. What causes this condition, and why does it occur in some people? This condition results from genetic mutations that disrupt the function of nerves responsible for transmitting pain signals to the brain. In healthy individuals, nociceptors, specialized pain receptors, detect harmful stimuli and send electrical signals to the spinal cord and brain. However, in individuals with congenital insensitivity, these communication pathways are interrupted or non-existent, preventing the brain from receiving any warning signals. Congenital insensitivity to pain is often linked to mutations in the SCN9A gene, which is responsible for producing proteins that help nerves conduct electrical impulses related to pain. When a mutation occurs, these proteins either malfunction or are entirely absent, blocking the transmission of pain signals. As a result, individuals cannot perceive injuries, burns, or other harmful situations. Interestingly, this condition affects only the perception of pain and does not impair other senses. People with congenital insensitivity can still feel pressure, temperature, and light touches, but cannot recognize when something is harming their body. For instance, they might hold a hot cup without realizing they're getting burned, or walk on a fractured bone without experiencing any discomfort. This condition is extraordinarily rare, with only a handful of documented cases worldwide. It is typically identified during childhood when parents notice that their child does not cry after falls, cuts, or accidents that would typically cause severe pain. Without this alarm system, children with this condition often injure themselves repeatedly without noticing, making it both dangerous and challenging for caregivers and medical professionals. Congenital insensitivity to pain challenges our understanding of how the nervous system works and underscores the vital role pain plays in survival. But how exactly do the brain and nerves fail in this system? And what has science uncovered about the mechanisms behind this phenomenon? We'll delve deeper into these questions in the next section. How the brain and nerves turn off pain signals. A scientific explanation. To understand how some people never feel pain, we need to take a closer look at the nervous system and how it transmits pain signals. Typically, this process begins with nociceptors, specialized receptors located in the skin, muscles, and organs. They detect harmful stimuli such as heat, cuts, or extreme pressure, and send electrical impulses through nerves to the brain, where these signals are interpreted as pain. In individuals with congenital insensitivity to pain, this system has critical failures. The primary issue lies in the absence or dysfunction of proteins within the nerves that are responsible for conducting these electrical impulses. These proteins act as sodium channels, structures that allow ions to pass through, creating the electrical activity needed to send signals. When these channels are compromised, painful stimuli cannot be transmitted, effectively breaking the pathway between nociceptors and the brain. The most well-known mutation causing this condition involves the SCN9A gene, which produces a protein called NaV1.7. This protein is crucial for peripheral nerves to transmit pain signals. Without it, the nerves cannot generate electrical impulses, and as a result, the brain never receives the warning that something is wrong. Interestingly, other nerve functions, such as sensing touch and temperature, may remain intact, making the absence of pain highly specific. Additionally, studies have shown that in some cases, the brains of individuals with congenital insensitivity to pain do not respond to harmful stimuli, even when the nerves are partially functional. This suggests a shutdown at multiple stages of the pain perception system, involving both peripheral nerves and brain regions responsible for processing painful stimuli, such as the thalamus and somatosensory cortex. This selective turning off of pain has captured the attention of scientists, especially for developing new pain management treatments. Researchers are investigating how to inhibit sodium channels like NaV1.7 in healthy individuals to mimic the mechanism of congenital insensitivity. This could lead to medications that eliminate pain safely without the side effects of opioids, which are currently the most commonly used painkillers. Understanding how the nervous system and brain turn off pain not only sheds light on this rare condition, but also offers hope for millions of people suffering from chronic pain. However, what is it really like to live without feeling pain? In the next section, we'll explore real-life stories of individuals who never feel pain and discover surprising tales that challenge our understanding of the human body. Real-life stories of people who never feel pain. Astonishing accounts, as unbelievable as it may seem, there are people in the world who truly never feel pain. Their bodies function almost entirely normally, but the most basic and essential alert system, the sensation of pain, simply doesn't exist. These rare cases have fascinated doctors and scientists for decades. While these stories are surprising and extraordinary, they also reveal the immense challenges of living without the body's primary defense mechanism. One of the most well-known cases is that of Ashlyn Blocker, an American girl diagnosed with congenital insensitivity to pain at a very young age. Her parents realized something was wrong when she didn't cry after falls or accidents that would typically cause pain. In one instance, Ashlyn suffered a serious burn from a hot stove, but the injury was only noticed when it had already become severe. For Ashlyn, living without pain means constantly being at risk, as even minor injuries can go unnoticed for days. Another intriguing case is Stephen Peat, who, despite never feeling pain, experienced a childhood filled with fractures and accidents. Stephen once broke bones and continued walking as if nothing had happened because he was unaware of the injury. In interviews, he has shared that although he doesn't experience physical pain, the lack of this warning system forces him to remain hypervigilant. He regularly checks his body to ensure he hasn't suffered cuts, burns, or other injuries. An even more remarkable story comes from Italy, where an entire family has been identified with this rare condition. Known as the Marsili family, they possess a genetic mutation that makes them insensitive to pain. Members of this family lead normal lives, but are often unaware of fractures or inflammations until other symptoms arise, such as swelling or limited movement. Scientists are studying this family's genetic makeup to better understand how their mutation could pave the way for new treatments for chronic pain. Although living without pain may seem like a superpower, it comes with significant challenges. People with congenital insensitivity to pain are more prone to developing wounds that don't heal properly, infections, and joint problems. Without the ability to feel physical strain, they can unknowingly overexert themselves during simple activities, leading to severe wear and tear on the body. Often, this condition also affects dental health, as unnoticed bites or cavities can progress without treatment. These real-life stories demonstrate that pain, despite its unpleasantness, is an essential part of human life. Individuals who cannot feel pain must learn to compensate for this absence with extreme caution and vigilance. But what happens when someone goes through their entire life without pain? What are the real risks and challenges of living without this critical alert system? In the next section, we'll delve deeper into the dangers and difficulties faced by those who never experience pain. The risks and challenges of living without pain. Living without pain might seem like a dream to many, but in reality, it's a constant challenge. Pain is an essential mechanism for protecting the body from injuries and dangers, and its absence exposes individuals to risks at every moment. Without the warning signals that pain provides, minor injuries can turn into serious problems, often going unnoticed for far too long. One of the greatest risks for those who live without pain is accumulated physical damage. Without realizing they are injured or suffering from fractures, these individuals often continue activities that worsen their condition. For example, an untreated ankle sprain could develop into a severe fracture, and excessive joint use can lead to irreversible damage such as arthritis and bone wear. Many children with insensitivity to pain face complications because they play without recognizing the limits of their bodies. Burns and cuts present another significant challenge. Without the ability to feel extreme heat or the pain of a wound, individuals are prone to severe burns or infections from untreated injuries. Imagine holding a hot pan or walking barefoot on scorching pavement without noticing the danger. These situations are common and often hazardous for people who don't feel pain. Oral health is also profoundly affected. Those with congenital insensitivity to pain may repeatedly bite their tongue or cheeks without realizing it. Dental problems, such as cavities or infections, can advance unnoticed and become severe before intervention occurs. This means issues are often discovered at a late stage, when significant damage has already been done. Another major risk is the inability to detect internal illnesses. Pain is a critical symptom that alerts the body to conditions such as appendicitis, ulcers, or fractures. Without this signal, issues that could have been addressed quickly can escalate into life-threatening emergencies. For instance, someone might suffer from appendicitis, but delay seeking help until the condition becomes critical. Beyond the physical risks, there are emotional and social challenges. Living without pain requires constant vigilance and heightened care. For parents of children with this condition, life is filled with fear and challenges as they must monitor their kids closely to prevent accidents. Although scientists are exploring ways to simulate painlessness for treating chronic pain patients, real-life cases of people who feel no pain demonstrate that this advantage comes with life-threatening risks. Living without pain might seem like a dream, but as we've seen, it's a condition full of challenges and risks. Pain, as uncomfortable as it may be, is an essential system designed to protect the body and ensure our survival. Fascinating cases of people with congenital insensitivity to pain reveal how this failure in the nervous system can turn even simple situations into dangerous ones. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to live without feeling pain? Do you think it would be a superpower or a significant disadvantage? Share your thoughts about this rare and intriguing phenomenon in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating content about the mysteries of the human body and mind. See you in the next video. Until then.